Grace and peace, family. I'm gonna jump right into this. So this is a dream interpretation that God wanted to put on my heart for whoever this is for. So if you're coming across this video, make sure you like, make sure you're subscribing, you're following, whatever you gotta do, because it's gonna be on a couple of platforms. Alright, so to start this off, I'm in my new home and it's beautiful. I'm walking past my bathroom and I hear something in there. It's early in the morning, so my whole family is asleep. Go in the bathroom and I turn on the light and there's a man in my bathroom. I can see that the window is pried open. I see that this man is dressed in tattered, dingy clothes. He has on just a t-shirt and it's wintertime. And he has a bag with him, and he also has a knife. Not like a machete or a butcher knife. It's a small little carving knife. I step in and I close the door slowly and I say, "Excuse me, do you need help?" The man holds up this knife shakily and he's like, "Give me the money, give me what you got on you." Now immediately it's my house, so I look over and I know that in my bathroom I always keep a change jar where if you're gonna get in the shower you could just drop all your change inside this change jar. It fills up very quickly. So the jar was very full. Had a twist top. Put the twist top on it. I handed it to the gentleman. I said, "Hey, yeah, you could take this." Also had a banana in my hand from, I guess, coming from the kitchen. I said, "Take this too." I see that this man also has a huge gash on his arm, which I'm sure has come from him trying to break into the window. I said, "Excuse me, wait, you're bleeding really bad. Can I clean that for you?" Before he can answer, I open up the medicine cabinet and I'm pulling out the gauze, pulling out peroxide. He's nervous because at first he's thinking there's a weapon in there. I close it up, I have the stuff that I need. I tell him to hold his arm over the sink, pour the peroxide on it, tap it with a couple of cotton swabs, and then I put the bandage on. So now he's bandaged up and I'm like, "Is everything okay?" He said, "No, I need money." He said, "What else do you have in the house?" And I had to tell him, I was like, "Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I can't let you leave this room because my husband is not going to let you leave this house in the same condition you are in right now if I let you out of here." He looks me in my eyes and he knows that I am not lying. So he knows that he needs to go back out this house the way he is. Before he turns, I open the medicine cabinet again. I grab 2 pill cases. The first pills were antibiotics. The second was Tylenol. I could see that he kept holding his head. He looked like he was just very dizzy. I gave him the 4 pills and I said, "Here, drink this." I said, "It's antibiotics so you don't get an infection." I said, "This is Tylenol. It's going to help you with the headache." He didn't tell me he had a headache, so he was looking confused. Like, "How you know I got a headache?" He took the pills, he drank the water, and he heads over to the window. I hold the window open while he climbs out the window so he can exit. Before he walks away, I said, "Wait a second." I grabbed one of my husband's sweaters off of the door and I handed it to him. I said, "Take this too." He looks back at me and just says, "Thank you." And he turns around and he starts running across the yard. What a dream, right? All right, so let's get into this interpretation because I got 2 main lessons that need to be pushed here. The first lesson is understanding the way I navigated this dream. A lot of people, you in a dream, somebody done broke into your house, they like, time to go to town. Let me get that baseball bat. Let me call my husband. We going. A lot of people think that. I don't think like that. My first thought was, this is a troubled soul. This person needs help. You break into someone's house with barely anything to even defend yourself because this little knife was nothing. But he's desperate. And my first thought was, he needs help and no one else would give it to him. So I navigated this dream the way I would navigate the real world, and that was the lesson. Understand that the way you navigate your dreams is a depiction of how you think overall. A lot of people think their dreams are just this fun place where you can do whatever you want. In all actuality, they are depictions of the way that you think. So if in real life you're a 5'4" man, you're getting robbed in an alley, they stole everything, you couldn't defend yourself, you had to just stand there and let it happen. But in your dream, you 6'8", 280 pounds, you beat the pope out of all of them, put them in a box and ship them to their mama. That says a lot about you. And it actually tells why God didn't make you 6'8", 280 pounds, because he knows how you would have behaved. I'm just saying, not judging. But besides that, understand that your first thought, the first way that you think about how you're going to navigate something says a lot about you in your dream, because your subconscious is the way that you actually depict your reactions to everything. So that's the first thing you need to understand. The second lesson is the most important lesson though. The second lesson is the one that comes from God. And it is the fact that we think that our dreams are places where we can do what we want. But like I said, they are reflections of how you actually think. If when you are awake and navigating the real world, you ignore all of the signs God is trying to show you, the only place He can really get to you is in your dreams. And that is exactly what He's going to plant your lessons. So, with that being said, for all I know, which I'm sure it is because I had to meditate on it, God wanted it to be said that how you will go about certain scenarios tells Him who you truly are. And that matters to the greatest mind state. I put down here is that God uses your dream state to test your mind state. Says a lot, right? And it is true, because how you will go about using your compassion, using your empathy matters. It matters to God. It matters to the way that you move in the world. A lot of people wonder why some people get favor and some people don't. It's because naturally those people who have favor from God, they use everything that within them to operate from a place of compassion, from empathy, and from moral integrity, so that they can help others in the best way possible. This is how the Lord tests the caliber of your heart, the character of who you really are. So if in the dream state, for all I know, this is Jesus who was standing in front of me, who needed help, who needed assistance, and I offered help. If you would have operated any other way, what did that say about you? Now, there's a lot of stuff that I need to unbox about this, of course. We're not going to talk about the fact that, I had a husband in this dream and he was a protector, so liking that. But the deepest parts for me is understanding that we all have a role to play in our development. You have to understand who you are. Otherwise, you're going to fall into the traps of becoming everything you don't really want to be. We think we know who we are, but in your dreams, you are that person, because you think you have control in your dreams. So start understanding that these are all tests. If you're dreaming about, how you can help somebody in your dream and you don't, and you choose not to, this says a lot about what you would do in real life. Even if you are in a dream, a priest or a pastor, say someone runs inside your church and they're behaving crazy, you have a role to play there. So what is the role you're going to take? Take your dreams seriously, because they are trying to show you something. Those are embedded lessons. So don't think that just because it was a dream, it had no meaning. Everything has a meaning. I'm going to leave this right here, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed. Again, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, whatever you got to do. Why? Because obviously this was for you if you came across this video. So I'm going to talk to you next time. Love and light and peace.